All right, boys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the best muscles to train for aesthetics, okay? Not being a gym cell. You do not want to be nothing's wrong with being a gym cell, but like if you're watching Black Pill or the Duality Pill, then you're probably more interested in, you know, this in relation to dating, SMV, so on and so forth, right? All right, starting off very strong here. Um, Inner and outer legs. I'm not sure the name of the specific muscle group. I'm not like a gym fanatic. Um, Now, okay, let me describe my frame a bit. Okay, so eventually, like when I get my physique like to an optimal state, I'm gonna pull up some pictures. But I have larger legs, not crazy large, but just like slightly bigger. So I avoid any type of weighted leg exercise to avoid growing my legs, right? Because it's about getting the V taper, it's about frame maxing. So I'm basically spamming lateral delts, lateral raises, and my lats, spamming lats, um, and abs and things. Wait, I'm spoiling the whole video. Okay, so legs. I'm gonna put this in D tier. They don't really matter too much. When it comes to pure, just raw aesthetics, you want the Dorito, the V taper, the Y. Um, Abs. When it comes to the female gaze, that's like a very like easy primal indicator of fit and capable. It translates without too much. So I'm gonna put this in A tier. It's not like a complete like deal breaker. Let's say you have like smaller muscle bellies and your abs are flat, or some women genuinely do prefer like let's say look this picture with Arnold but maybe like 20 more pounds of fat. Some women do genuinely find that more attractive than this. So abs I'll put in A tier. Biceps. Biceps is kind of like abs, just like a very easy primal like signaling of strong and capable. Very photogenic muscle most of the time if you have like decent muscle bellies, and like if your biceps aren't like all up in your shoulders like this one TikTok I saw. Oh my god, that's horrible. Dang it, I said a curse word. Trying to get monetized on this channel, bro. Yeah, very photogenic muscles. So like you're taking pictures with your girls or other women, you flex your biceps, they look pretty good. Like we're not gonna get to the triceps yet because it's down there at the last one, but we're gonna swing back to the whole picture angle. I'm gonna put biceps in S tier. I'm actually gonna put it in S tier. Calves. As long as your calves are not completely deformed, it doesn't matter if you have long or short calves. Truly, as long as they don't look like crazy. I'm gonna put this in C tier. They don't matter that much. I'm gonna take this to mean chest. Okay, so I've gotten compliments on my chest. While I was like a higher body weight, and so chest is like another strength signifier. Like it's optimal for like your chest to have this square kind of thing. I mean, he has a little bit of fat like down here, and me myself, I do have gyno, right? So I'm aware of like the position I'm in. It's the square is optimal, right? And my gyno is not horrible, by the way. Gonna drop fitness pics like I mentioned before, but we're trying to get the physique to a decent level. But yeah. So I would put But that's my experience. I think a bird chest can look decent. But I'm really not about to look up other male physiques right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. Okay, let's talk about this real quick though. So let's say abs with no chest, chest with no abs. Chest with no abs is more acceptable than abs with no chest. If you got abs with no chest, you're just gonna look like malnourished, like a little Victorian kid. So yeah, okay, this works. Forearms are extremely underrated, an extremely underrated muscle group, brother. Like, forearms can take your physique from like, oh yeah, this guy just goes to the gym, to a more of like, oh, this guy works with his hands kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Also, there's the vascularity gains that completely drive women insane. Glutes. Okay. For some reason, there's been an uptick in women that like men with prominent behinds. I'm not really sure what that's about. I've had my behind slapped by a few women in my lifetime. I'm gonna put this in C tier. I felt violated. I didn't like it. Not really. I didn't give a fuck. Okay, so legs, but like your quads are in the front. Your abductors. Am I on it, chat? I don't know. I don't feel like looking it up. I'm lazy. These guys, I don't really think women give two craps about this muscle group, honestly. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put this like legs, like big legs are feminine. Like they make the silhouette, it throws it off, you know. A big backs are W. I would say it's a B tier though, cause like, okay, let's say you have great shoulders, great forearms, a good chest. Your back it's not gonna ruin it, but it will help a lot. A great back is a good thing, especially looking at you from the back. It matters a lot more. So beach days, y'all are going surfing, you know, you're going hiking, it's about to get really hot, playing basketball. Beater. Traps. Okay, so this one is complicated because if you have a longer neck, traps can take away from your clavicles, right? Like your clavicle width. So like because I'm not like a gym expert or nothing, I just work out and, you know, watch content, bro. How do I articulate this properly? If you have super wide claves, then traps really don't matter. Like you can train them and they'll look fine. If your clavicles are more narrow, then having large traps can give you this look of like, you see how this picture, it looks like a smaller guy is coming out of a bigger guy. That's kind of what that looks like. To me, it looks weird, but I haven't really heard women complain about that, you know, at the same time. But again, for the clav reason, I would put this at C tier, because if you have giant clavs and like smaller traps, it makes the illusion of even bigger, wider frame, you know what I mean? And if you have everything under that hanging perfectly, you know, the pectoral muscles, the abs, all that, then that's fairly aesthetic. Again, with the legs, brother, like you look like a horse, bro. Okay. You look like a horse. You look like you're finna be in the Kentucky Derby, brother. What are we doing? Okay. But these people, these men, they were in an era of like size, big, mass, you know, optimize every muscle in the body. So I get it, bro. Maximizing, maximalist. I fuck with it. Just like Jesus Christ, though. You know what I mean? So look like a chicken wing. Anyway, big delts, S tier muscle. S tier muscle, bro. Shout out more plates, more dates, bro. S tier muscle, bro. Like, bro, starship delts. That's how bro described it in his video. Again, I'm working on my delts right now. Again, I feel like my clouds are decent, but I would like, first off, just no matter what kind of frame you have, bro, maximize shoulders, bro. Just do it anyway, no matter what frame you have. But you know, 1 times 1 is 1, but 2 times 2 is 4. Meaning, if you already have a decent frame and you max delts, that's gonna ascend you essentially. Great muscle. And they're hard to grow, so it's like extra respect. Back muscles, upper back muscles, so like not really like the lats, but like whatever these things are called. Now I'm not gonna lie, he looks deformed. It looks deformed. Female gaze, would women care about this? Honestly, I've never heard a woman mention it or talk about this particular muscle. They just say back. And so if you get your lats right, I mean, let's say, okay, you're doing pull-ups, right? I mean, how much of I'm pretty sure pull-ups works a good amount of like I guess it's like intersection of the back. And so it would grow enough for you to not need to like isolate it to get it to this prominent, like this is insane. This is insane, bro. You could pour a half pint of water in that. Triceps. Okay, I used to be a super like tricep heavy guy. Like I used to mainly train tries. However, I've since learned, like, when it comes to being photogenic and aesthetic, unfortunately, that matters so much, bro. It's almost the only thing that matters, unless you're actually doing jobs that require certain muscle groups, which 90% of us are not. We work out to look good, okay? Brother, like, flexing triceps in a picture just looks so like gym celly, you know, like it's like, but biceps is a more like, let me really try to articulate this. It's more obvious to dumb people. It's more obvious to people that aren't clued in. You know what I mean? Even though, like, okay, obviously you could tell strong triceps, strong arm, obviously. Yes, but it's like, it's less photogenic. You have to move your whole arm and flex your entire arm. Granted, you got to do the same for a bicep, but when you're doing a photo and you're flexing your bicep, you're doing that little half crucifix with your arm, and so that's aura. But if you turn to the side, put your hand down straight, turn your shoulder, and flex everything, that's just kind of awkward. Like, you're not about to do that with the girls around, you know, but biceps, you will. But triceps are a cool muscle, though. They look pretty cool. B-tier. We're talking about pure aesthetics. Pure aesthetics, okay? Max out biceps, max out your forearm, max out your shoulders. This show in any shirts, like your arms are showing at all times. At all times. Gaze, okay? Everybody's gazing at your arms at all times, everywhere you go. First thing they see, sometimes before your face, sometimes before your head. Arms, first thing they see. Max that out, right under the arms, under the shirt. The obvious front indicators. Most of the time, you're looking at somebody, it's from the front. Okay, she's looking at you. 9 times out of 10, you take your shirt off in front of her. Most of the time, she's going to be directly in front of you. Max out the shit at the front. The low-hanging fruit, essentially, right? The abs, obvious signal. Big chest, obvious signal of capability. Obvious signal of athleticism, right? Frame your back, right? Like larger back, wide, associated with sturdiness, associated with stability, associated with strength. You know, women love that. You know, women are seeking security, stability, blah, blah, blah. Triceps look cool. They add to the overall arm. Actually, for pure aesthetics, I'm going to have to actually downgrade triceps, right? Like bicep heavy arms simply just look better. Legs, D tier. I'm sorry. Don't have noodle legs, but don't be no racehorse, man. Just don't do it. Like, bro, do you want a BB? Why do you want a BBL, bro? Why do you want a BBL, bro? Don't get the BBL, bro. We're not BBL baddies, bro. We'll leave the BBLs to the dually trucks and the women, okay? I'll see you guys in the next video, bro.